All right, Shalom, Malcolm. Just want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Hakadash. Double honors to the apostle Elders Great Millstone, who ran teach well, peace and blessings to Akim, pushing this truth, Shalom. Now I have this lesson going into how, um, Jake, which is short for Jacob, look out for the things that's going on out here, all right? And speaking to the elect, pay attention to what's going on out here as well, because sooner or later, you know, these things will, pop up on us, you know, um, very, very, like a thief in the night. It could, pop up on us like a thief in the night, But for the elect, we don't take breaks. We're consistently, in this truth, always watching, always doing the work, always, in tune with the spirit, and um, you know, just watching out for things that are happening out in the planet Earth, So therefore, we can't, be taken in, derision or anything like that, But I just want to hop right into this lesson. All right, the second is 9 in verse 1. It has some articles as well going into how, you know, things that are happening out in the world. All right. And it says, He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the times past, part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou well understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, which is happening now. You're seeing earthquakes, you're seeing volcanoes erupting, you're seeing upwards of the people, you're seeing race wars, race riots. You're seeing you know, people not regarding the kings nor princes, which are the governors or the presidents, or their their counselors, or anyone who's over them, in their state or in their you know you know but you know this is what's happening. You got Jake getting shot down in the streets, due to their you know their wickedness, because it says in Job 4:7, it says whoever perished being innocent. All right. And you know that it's of our own wickedness that we get shot down, but you know these cops are here are still wicked though. These cops are here are still wicked, for but let's keep reading. It says, Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So we been prophesying from the beginning that these things have been happening. That these things were going to occur. So we shouldn't be surprised that you know Jake get shot down. And we shouldn't be surprised that you know you know these prophecies are happening. We should be ready and on the go. You know, just like as we are. But it's just for like it's all that is in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest, meaning clear. It's right before our eyes. We can see it. We can see it clearly. It says, even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings, and wonder and powerful works, and endings, and effects and signs. All right. So these things are going to happen. These things are going to happen. So let's get Let's get I got some articles here. This is the rollout of the digital yuan, and I'm guessing the digital yuan means money, digital dollar, and you know. But let's get the let's get this article. It says note that the even the smallest dot represents a population close to that of New York City, and we've only been able to identify 13 cities on our map since the People's Bank of China (PBOC) is keeping the other 15 under wraps. We'll keep tracking the rollout to see how quickly the People's Bank of China, scales up the next phase of its pilot before the Beijing Winter Olympics. Scale is key. Scale is key. Even though nearly all of China's major cities will get to sample the digital yuan or dollar soon, or digital currency, so like a digital dollar soon, only a small amount of currency is in circulation in each city. Estimates suggest less than 150 million RMB is currently being distributed, US dollar 2023 million. The PBOC had indicated this money has hands over 4 million times to date, but it but it still only totals 0.1 of 0.1% of the total money supply in China. Says the question for the rest of the 2021 is how much more money is China going to put into the system. China officially launched its digital currency electronic payments project in 2017 after party officials came to believe cryptocurrencies and stable coins could threaten the Chinese financial system. The increased use of Alipay and WeChat convinced Chinese regulators they needed a firmer grasp of payments within their own borders. Chinese leaders may also be seeking to reduce reliance on U.S. financial institutions and oversight. All right, so basically, what this article is saying that they're building up their, they're basically, pushing towards and building up their, you know, um, you know, their digital dollar. They're putting away um, you know, paper dollar. You know, you know, the paper money, and they're pushing forward towards that digital dollar and that digital currency before a certain time. You know, you know, and let's get some more precepts. Let's get Luke. Then have some more articles I'm gonna pull up. Let's get Luke 21 and 25. Luke 21 and 25. You know what, I'm blow it up. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and waves warn. So there's also going to be signs, in the sun and in the moon, and we've seen those things. We've seen, signs. Where the moon covering the sun, for a few moments, we've seen those things. Those beautiful signs in in the earth. We've seen we've seen famine, we've seen pestilence, we've seen earthquakes, we're seeing a great downfall of this place now. We're seeing a great pandemic. That's a sign. Because it told us that we will have famines, we will have great plagues. And that plague is a sign. That plague is a part of a sign. So we're seeing those things now. You know, right before our eyes. You know, and that will manifest into greater things. We're going to see greater miracles, and we're going to see greater things from Yahweh Shema Shah before He returns. There's it's all a build up to his second return. You know. Now let's get some. Let's see, get this right here. Now you see, I'm not gonna get the article, but I'm just gonna flip through. Um, these are articles, going into vaccination sites. All right, vaccine sites. All right, which are what was supposed to be vaccination sites before April the 14th this month. It was supposed to be vaccination sites distributed, you know, um, between, in every state, in all 50 states. I'm not sure if they done it or not, but they were supposed to be distributed vaccination sites um in all 50 states near every house, school, or whatnot. But it says that some Seattle area vaccination sites COVID vaccine supply is outpacing demand. It says New York will allow walk-ins at state max vaccine sites. It says New York State will stop requiring that food must be ordered with alcohol that's not important. It says New York City plans for full reopening end of COVID restrictions on July the 1st. I'm reading this one more time. It says New York City plans for full reopening end of COVID restrictions on July the 1st. Mayor says, you know, and this might happen, but you know, you know, as privacy, continues, you know, um, um, and how things are playing, you never trust, you're never supposed to trust your enemy. So, you know, they may open it back up. COVID, COVID cases may spike up, and they might close it back down. But you know, either way, privacy is going to happen one way or another. You know, and then plus you have to have a COVID vaccine card, to be able to do these things. So and this place is through though. But let's get some more articles. I'm gonna get a few scriptures, then I'm gonna get this last article. All right, I'm gonna get I want to get Luke 21:36. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always." says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man." All right. So, you know, um, you have to watch and pray. You have to watch and pray that you may be able to stand before the Son of Man. All right. And that you may be able to stand before the Son of Man, which is Yahweh Shai. You know, that may you be able to be able to be accounted worthy. To have your works, faith in works. In good hands. But let's get Matthew. All right, this is Matthew 24. Start at 6. It says, "And ye shall hear," and he says, "And ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." All right, so you know, we're about to see a lot of things happen, on in Babylon, aka America, you know, before Yahushua returns. All right, you know, you know, a lot of people are going to be taken by, are going to be taken by surprise when they see these things happen, because they haven't been watching. You know, people are so caught up in folly and in their own opinion, they're not focusing on the what's actually to come. But Yahweh Shema Shah is going to, you know he's going to his judgments are going to be made known in that day. His judgments and his words are going to be made manifest in that day, in those times. All right. Now let's get Revelation 1. I'm gonna get this last article. This is from the New York Times. It says Putin warns of a Russian red line the West will regret crossing. And this was in a speech that happened the other day, the day before. It says in a state of the state. It says in a state of the nation speech, President Vladimir Putin warned of a fast and tough response to security threats in a message seemingly aimed at President Biden and delivered amid large protests. All right. And it says he warned ominously of red lines in Russia's security that, if crossed, would bring a powerful asymmetric response. He reminded Western leaders once again of the fearsomeness of his country's modernized nuclear arsenal, and he boasted of Russia's moral superiority over the West. Yet, even as Vladimir V. Putin lashed out at foreign enemies, real or perceived, in a State of the Nation speech on Wednesday, tens of thousands of Russians defied a heavy police presence to pour into the streets to challenge his rule. In Moscow, some gathered across the street from the Kremlin to chant, "Go away." It says it was a snapshot of Russia in the third decade of Mr. Putin's rule, a leader facing an increasingly angry and desperate opposition, but firmly in power with his country's vast resources and huge security apparatus at his disposal. Okay, so you know, um, you know, Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, is warning the U.S. to step back off of the tensions between Russia and Ukraine, you know, and he wants them to basically wants to go to war with Russia. It's like Russia wants to go to war with um you know uh he wants to go to war with Ukraine, and he's telling the U.S. to back off. All right, but that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the lesson. I just wanted to bring out. I'm gonna read my last precept. This is Revelation 3:1 and 3. It says, "Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand." Okay, so you know, we're blessed that we have this truth, we have this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And we're blessed that we're able to bring out this word. And we're blessed to have this truth. But and to hear the words of this prophecy. All right, you know, before Yahweh returns. But with that, I just want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Krokadash, the ones of the apostles, Ezra, Millstone, who were in teach you peace, must of Akim, pushing this truth. Shalom.